Porinju, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Now, everyone is wondering why small and mid-cap stocks are melting. The index itself is up 20% from its all-time high, and individual stocks have fallen more than 25 to 30%. Now, you are a mid-cap maverick. You understand the small and the mid-cap space like nobody, and this kind of selling, I'm sure, is quite gut-wrenching.
Yes, good morning, Nivans. This kind of a selling and the mid caps and small caps coming down, it's a very normal kind of phenomenon in the market. See, people who have seen markets only in the last 5 years, there can be some kind of panic or there is no tomorrow kind of feeling coming to them. But people who have seen the market for 10 years and 20 years and 30 years, this is not anything unusual in the market. So I feel this is a great opportunity, or I would put it, this is another opportunity for stock pickers. Especially, India has, millions of new investors aspiring to invest in the equities, and this is a historic phenomenon. Millions of people, tens of thousands of households, middle class people, they want to try first time equities in their portfolio, other than gold, real estate, and bank deposits. So we are at such kind of an inflection point. So this is a beautiful thing happening in the market where you get stocks in the world's largest or the fastest growing economy, at reasonable levels, and where the economy is going to grow at 7.58, 9% kind of expectations in the coming quarters. So I think it's what has happened is it is cleaning up the market with the over leveraged positions, and people have to come out of the complacency. In the last 5 years was very, very easy to make money kind of a period. So now 2018 we have entered into a period where you have to be a smart stock picker to make money. You have to be conservative, and you should not get or go by the market frenzy. So people have learned lessons, those who have come new to the market also. So, and market is very sober, comfortable valuation, and I feel very good at this point of time. If the new money coming into the equities, it can be very comfortably deployed with a margin of safety. So that is how I am seeing the market today.
Post the PNB fraud case, Porinju, the one sector which has really seen a massive correction is the entire banking pack. And unfortunate as it may be, it's not the selling has not been restricted to only PSU banks, but it's trickled in even to the Yes Banks, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, the large private corporate banks as well. Shyam Murli here wants to know, for instance, is Federal Bank a good buy or not? He holds some shares. I'm not going to get into his individual account holdings, but have you been a buyer in the recent bout of correction that has played out in banks? Any of the names?
Okay, this banking scam is the hottest issue in the stock market. Every investor has been talking about. Now the PNB fraud or the scam. So, in fact, the knowledgeable people in the market were knowing these things. A lot of things are going to come out in public. I remember many experts have been talking about, the potential defaults, frauds, and large NPAs still to be to see the light. People have been talking about it in the last 2 years. Now the point of time has come, it's all coming out. Actually, now the PNB fraud, you can't see it, as a single incident. See, there is a tendency in the society, I would say. What this is reflecting, it's nothing but the erosion of values in our society. Wherever people get an opportunity to steal, to defraud, to make money, they are utilizing that. So the only way is to make compulsive, systems and procedures to be followed in the banking system. In fact, India's banking system has evolved over a period of time with the wonderful systems and process. And where we are failing because of these corrupt minds working in politics or connected, various aspects of it in the banking system itself, the political involvement, many other things have been happening in the last couple of decades in an unsustainable manner. So we have this very bad outcome now triggered with the PNB scam. Many others are also defaulting. So I think in one of my couple of months back, one of the interviews I was talking about, when you asked about I think Nigunj asked me about the PSU banks. So what I think I remember what I replied, I have got better things to do in the market. So the situation is still that, I'm very happy that we never bought a PSU bank in the last 15 years in our portfolio management. So this is because knowledge about what's going on in PSU banks. So now, first time, we are getting the system right. We are attempting to get the system right, and this will go a long way in a positive manner. But there is no takeaway for the equity investors from this banking scam, which stock to buy or sell. Of course, this PSU banking system. Now, Uday Kotak was talking about, the private and public sector banks businesses are going to be 50-50 in the next 5 years time, in the few years time. So that is indicating more business in the private banking system. So Federal Bank maybe a stock which is very safe, I feel, and can grow, but it's very difficult long term.
Well, Porinju joins us now, and Porinju, whereas we can talk about macros and attribute to why the sell-off has happened, but the bottom line here is sell-off has happened. Now, rather than examining why the sell-off has happened, let's understand how should one use this sell-off. Is it time to buy? Is it time to protect capital? Are you buying right now? What are you telling your clients? Because suddenly portfolios are bleeding.
Nikunj, good morning. I feel this is a fantastic opportunity for Indians to buy Indian equities. And I am really happy about what's going on in the market. We had, since end of December, in fact, many people were, including me, all of us, who have been especially in the market for a long time, were feeling some kind of discomfort at the valuations, the speed at which stocks have been going up, especially in the mid and small caps. Some of the high quality stocks, maybe they are, but they have been moving in such a way that, many companies have gone, many stocks have gone 5, 10, and 20 and 30 times in 1-2 years. So there was some excesses and, overspeed, I would say. So what has happened, this correction, maybe it's a deep correction in a few days' time. In the process, the mid caps and small caps, especially the ones which have gone too much up, they have corrected sharply in the last 1 month. I feel very happy and comfortable about this. And Nikunj, we have seen such kind of corrections many times in the past on some kind of reasons. And every time it's a different reasons, It started with the Greece potential default, if you remember. Like, it will affect everything in this country in such a big way. People were just selling it off. Then we had Brexit, the Trump win, we had the Fed rate hike fears, and latest the Gujarat elections. So people are looking for a reason to become panic. And if you want to be panic, I'm telling you, we are going to have many such more reasons going forward in India. The bottom line is, markets are very comfortable. There was some excesses. It got really fully corrected, I would say. So today is a beautiful day to buy stocks in the market. In fact, I will tell you one more thing. The correction was over yesterday in many of the investable quality mid-cap and small-cap companies. You can see a lot of them in positive yesterday, even though Nifty was down. And if you remember the pre-budget chat, Nikunj, we are talking about some 5 stocks. He compelled me to talk individual stocks. I just found interestingly the ITC and what else? There was something like Inox Leisure. Both these stocks are better than the pre-budget day. So it's a very selective market. The other stocks like Lille, HCL, Infosys, they all are flat. So it is true. It's hurting to investing to the trading community and short-term traders. But otherwise, I am very comfortable. I feel very happy today because I am seeing the tremendous amount of household savings flowing into equities in the next 1 year and more. So the valuations are sober. It is a very encouraging factor. It's very healthy.
So who's going to be happier today, the farmer Porinju or the investor Porinju?
I find a lot of similarity between a good investor and a farmer. Basically, a farmer will not be a farmer if he's not optimistic. It's very important. He's optimistic about the weather, the rainfall, all those kind of things. And still people suffer. And it's true that Indian farming community, the rural stress, it's so much known. I think India needs a green revolution. Maybe the second green revolution after 60s. 60s we had a green revolution. I think it's time for big bang reforms and a huge spend to help our farming fraternity and to improve the rural economy. I feel there will be definitely much more than expected kind of
So you're definitely
stress.
expecting that there will be that rural push which everyone's been talking about. That's the stress sector, and the finance minister will definitely pick up on it.
Yeah,
right?
and we are powerful today. We are resourceful enough to do that. So I expect a very huge fund allocation and innovative schemes for this achieving our target of doubling the farmer income by 2022. It's very important. It's an excellent move by the government, at least to dream so. Even though there were many people who were initially immediately criticizing the move and that desire, the aspiration. We can't kill aspirations like that. India is having potential. So why can't we dream and why can't we having aspirations to grow big?
Right. Porinju, for an investor, it's all about stocks. So if that agri push or rural sector push does come about in the budget today, what are the themes that you bet on? Because this is a large gamut of names that we are talking about. Everything from a Dabur to a Unilever to a Mahindra and Mahindra tractor manufacturer like that, or for that matter, some of the fertilizer companies, everything stands to benefit. So how is it that you pick and choose that if there is an increased rural allocation in the budget, what stocks will I buy?
I'm not, Aisha, I'm not into that kind of, a category where, you have different budget provisions touching rural or agri, different kind of industries, and buying stocks accordingly. Okay. It doesn't work. It was the thing of really the past. Now, see, either India can really progress, and we have really set a stage for a takeoff of the economy. If it is not interrupted and if it moves forward, I'm telling you, every sector, India is the theme. I have been talking this many times. No single sector can go alone. So that's the structure of Indian economy and the structure of our, the demography. The whole country is going to move. The nation will be taken forward. So right. I think I appreciate the government for making a stage set for a takeoff at this point of time. I am very optimistic. We had 2 years of structural reforms and those restructuring of the economy, which should lead to a much higher growth. I strongly believe India, our economy is going to grow at 8% plus for the next 2 years.
Porinju, every time I've challenged your conviction on Indian stocks and in the Indian economy, I guess you managed to sort of beat me and come up with a very positive counter argument. So now at 11K, what is your market view?
Good morning, Nikunj. See, I am not really surprised when Nifty touches 11,000 or maybe 12,000 after some time. See, this is the just natural sequence of events happening in our country. Something differently, since we got independence 70 years ago. We are into a very different kind of growth orbit as an economy and as a nation. We are into a different orbit altogether.